Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Mekakudash. We give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and sanitation to the awfully elect that is pushing this word, the four corners, the highways and byways. Once again, all praises, glory, and honor is due to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Mekakudash. Alright? This is the brother Zakaria here with another lesson, and this lesson gonna be based on how the system just going down, all right, rapidly, all right. But more specifically, gonna be based on ESA educational system, all right, or education system, all right. Whichever way is grammatically correct, all right, as ESA say. But uh I'm gonna touch on a few things, all right. The first thing that I will touch on, alright? Yeah, so the first thing I will touch on is, the definition of the word education, alright? This is from Etymology Online. It says 1530s, child rearing, also the training of animals, alright? It says from the Middle French education and directly from Latin educationem, rearing, training, you see? Alright? And what are they training them for? To be slaves, alright? Because obviously if they're training them for they're training them for something, alright? It says noun of action from past participle stems of educare, originally of instructions, alright? Originally of instruction in social codes and manners, alright? Now we know the schools are not teaching anything about social codes and manners, alright? At least not according to the scripture, alright? But it says originally, alright? It says, then it goes on to say, systematic schooling and training for work is from the 1610s to now, basically, alright? So it says here, systematic schooling and training for work, alright? So that's the purpose of this educational system. Every year is supposed to produce a certain amount of neo-slaves, alright, to fill the 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 vacancies on the cotton fields, alright. That's it, really, alright. You see, because when you finish studying, alright, for most people, when they finish studying, you go to university degree, whatever, alright, the first thing you got to do is pay off your student loans, alright. Some people be paying student loans way into their 30s, depending on how you how quick you get a job and how well the job paying, and how much you could afford to put towards your student loan per month or whatever. Alright? But, you do your education, alright? And, instead of coming out with a plus, alright, you really come out with a negative because you gotta pay, a ridiculous student loan. Alright? And that right there should tell you that you're a slave, alright? On these extreme hours, that you's gotta be putting in the workplaces, alright? If you want to make it big, so to speak, alright? A lot of motherfuckers that going to work, in these I should say, you know, yeah, you know, a lot of people that are going to like government jobs and so forth, all right, you know, working for the private sector, all right, them motherfuckers, you know, just juiced up on on energy drinks, you know, literally, all right, because of the amount of hours, you know, and stuff that there's got to be putting in, all right, you know, they're going to work, slouching, you know, the in work, slouching, all right, because they're tired, all right, and that ain't nothing but neo-slavery, all right. So you know, and this is further proof that you know Esau's system is failing, all right. Now I'm playing this video, right, and there's millions of videos, you know, like this, all right, showing what actually happens, you know, when these students try to do the online classes, all right, because I actually spoke with a couple of students, all right, that taking these online classes, and they was like, you know, this thing is pure madness, you know, it's pure confusion, all right, and a lot of disrespect and so forth, all right, because you know, sometimes people act the live stream, all right, and put, you know, whatever indecent content up, right, and now all the, you know, students, you know, looking at it, you know, like I remember there was a report that in one state that you know, someone asked the district, the entire district school, um school, all right, they asked the entire district online classes, and actually was showing pornographic content to the students, you know, and these students was, you know, different ages, 5, 7, 8, 9, 13, 16, whatever age, all right, you know, and things like that honestly could damage a 5 or 6 year old child, all right, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna play this, and you know, this one is actually kind of decent, not too nothing, you know, explicit, all right. But there's way, you know, more terrible stuff that goes on in this, all right. I'm gonna play it for a little bit, and then get back and read some scriptures.
Yes.
Hola, Josh.
I am Mike.
I need you.
It's Mike. Should I turn on my webcam?
No, miss. Unadd him. A bunch of people have been doing that. Just unadd
Dude,
him.
shut up, Caleb. Shut the fuck. Chupa mi verga. Chupa mi verga.
You see the attitude we were getting? Doing that.
Chupa mi.
All right, so you hear what the student said, you know, just unhad him, miss. A lot of people have been doing that, all right, because she know, all right. And this pretty much happening every day, all right. People just, you know, Edomites, you know, and whoever nationality, you know, other nationalities are doing it, all right. Just don't have anything to do, and just hacking into these students Zoom class, all right, and whatever else app they're using, and you know, just saying bullshit, all right. Now you see, you just cuss the girl out, like, you know, shut the up, you know, because she was telling the miss to unadd him from the Zoom class, all right. You know, so basically this is where we at, all right. You know, this place is true, all right. Esau is going down, all right. The only thing we have to do now is wait on Yahushai.
Verga.
Okay, he's gone.
Ridiculous, the attitude we're getting. They've been, I know, they've been doing that for every single class.
Josh, I need to see your
She said they've been doing that for every single class. See? This is madness, alright?
Page, Josh.
Okay, miss. Okay, miss. Hold on, I have to plug in my webcam.
Okay.
Oh, you're still in there.
One more time. It's important that you log in with your real name, otherwise they're gonna remove you. Who is this? Who is this?
This kid died, bro. This kid.
Josh. Who are you?
There, we're all in this together.
Yes, ma'am.
What I'm gonna do now is, Josh, welcome. Let's make sure that as we join every day, rule number 1, make sure your mic is
code. This is the guy that gave me the code. You can already tell.
Can anyone join? Like, you don't have to be like African American, correct? Like,
Who is that? Please do not use your mic during the classroom unless I instruct you.
hello, my penis. Hello.
Y'all niggas walling.
Kayla,
I'm
language
recording
like
this
that
too.
is not acceptable.
Wait, no. But he just said he was gonna suck his.
Fuck you, Kayla.
Is that? My mama don't wanna fight on Chris.
Fuck you, Kayla.
Who is that? Who is that? Maddie, you laughing? I'm dead serious.
Yeah. Here we go again. You know, the black woman making herself, and this is like a 13-year-old nigga woman, alright? You know, trying to defend Issa, alright? She basically trying to scare the, you know, the Akka off, but, you know, it's not working, alright? But, you know, basically, you know, and I don't have to play any more of this, alright? You know, you should already get the point. You know, and there's literally millions of videos like this. Like, you could just put in online classes troll, you know, or it's, like it says there, online classes funny moments, alright? You will get millions of videos like this, alright? You know, you don't have to take my word for it, alright? You know, the female there, she said, what, they've been doing this with every class, alright? And the only reason why, you know, Issa is still trying to hold on to this educational system, alright, is because, you know, they still need slaves, alright? They still need slaves, you see? And they still need to indoctrinate, you know, edify, you know, the kids' mind, alright? You know? Alright, so read a few scriptures. Start at Deuteronomy 11. No, actually, I'm gonna do Deuteronomy 4. Read Deuteronomy 4 first. Alright. I start at verse 5. It says, Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgment, even the Yahweh, my power. It's like here, even as Yahweh, my power, commanded me, and ye shall do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Alright? So this is basically Moses speaking to the children of Israel. Right? It says, Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation, which shall hear all these statutes and say, Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Alright? So first and foremost, alright, you so-called Latinos, Negroes, and Native American, the real knowledge that you're supposed to give in your children is these law, statutes, and commandments. Alright? Now we know for sure that they're not teaching these things in the schools. All right. Matter of fact, in school, there's where a lot of women start to be whores. All right. That's where a lot of men first start selling drugs. Or first first start popping different women, and not with no sort of commitment. All right. you know all right, because when you send a child out there, all right, especially in these schools, all right, now they're going to meet with all sort of different people, all right, with different spirits on them, all right. you know um your son might go there and see a faggot in class, all right, and now we think it's okay to be a faggot, all right. And if that is not the case, then now they're introducing sex education and all these bullshit in the schools, all right. Telling the children is you gotta accept people for who they are, if they're gay, homosexual, pansexual, whatever it is, just accept them, all right. All right. And that is why this educational system have to go down, and also Esau, all right, and this system in general, because why? It's not set up according to the order of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, period, all right. So it's gonna fall, all right. It says, so what? For what nation is there so great, and who at Yahweh so nigh unto, that as Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him? And what nation is there so great, and hath statutes and judgments so righteous, as all Israel which I said before thee? Alright? Now here's the point. It says, only take heed to thyself, and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, unless they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life, but teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons. All right. Which I think that should actually be teach them to thy sons and to thy sons' sons. All right. So this is what we should be teaching our children. All right. We should be edifying them. All right. And not, allowing them to be educated by the system. All right. All right. But in this time, if you don't send your kids to school, all right, ESA, child services, welfare, whatever, could roll up and take them away. So, of course, you have to, get some sort of schooling in place, all right. But ultimately, all right, you're supposed to, teach your sons and daughters the right things, all right, which is these law, statutes, and commandment, all right. I'm gonna read the definition for edify, all right. It says to build, construct, also in figurative use, to build up morally or in faith, all right. And that's what we're supposed to be doing, all right. build up our kids' morals and their faith. All right, and the school system is completely opposite to this. All right, it's completely opposite. You know, there's nothing faith-based or moral based about schools. All right, especially nowadays. All right, and even back in the day. All right, school. I would probably say school is one of the places I learned the most wickedness. All right, when I was in the world. All right, you learn a lot of wicked shit in school. All right, you start doing a lot of wicked shit in school. All right, don't believe me? Ask a nigga in the world when he first started smoking. All right, or when he first started stealing. All right, I could almost guarantee you it was somebody in school that put him on to some bullshit. All right, it says build, install, teach, instruction morally. All right, to build, construct, improve spirituality. Slakia, to improve spiritually, instruct. All right, so we're supposed to be building our kids up. All right, build up their character. All right, build up their virtue. But the school system is doing the opposite. All right, and to what Yahweh Basham Yahushai, that it's coming to an end. All right, coming to
No, I
How did
really
it
like
happen?
your hair.
So what I need.
but I'm play a little bit more of this, and then I'm gonna hand it at that.
Very
Do
red.
this, then maybe we can do. So.
I really like Nolan's hair. I'm sorry. It's just so beautiful and luscious. Red. Beautiful. Oh my god, I got red hair.
What's up, Martha?
Okay, so.
It's not.
Whoa. Is that KSI?
Imagine.
Oh, God. Shut up, bitch.
She's so clueless, bro.
Showcase it. Put your arm like showcase that you're.
I think half the kids are just like, they have the stream open and they're watching Netflix or some shit.
Let's talk about the workout today.
Yeah, and there's another thing too. All right, you heard the guy say that. He think some of the kids is just watching Netflix and they seem to be, paying attention. Yeah, most of the kids, they just be doing their own thing. All right, and most of the teacher is actually, they actually at a disadvantage because some of the kids actually know technology more than them, so they're fucking with the teachers basically. All right.
A little bit different than we've had the last week.
David's iPhone.
Arnold Press. Oh my goodness, so many friends now.
Yoga class.
Right? So, actually, I'm going to end it off with this precept. Yeah, this is Romans 14 and 19. It says, let us therefore follow after the things which make for peace, all right? Which these laws, statutes, and commandments are made for peace, but not the school system, all right? Those are actually made for strife, all right? That is made for strife, Like, most students, all right, like I had a sir, all right, you know, who I kind of respected when I was in the world, all right, you know, he actually teach me certain things that was on point in you know, when I came to the truth, all right, you know, but he said that, you know, you can't trust a business student, all right. He said that you could not trust a business student, all right. Now most of the people that, you know, have a high level of education, all right, they're indirectly or directly involved in a business, all right. You know, all your nurses, um, doctors, all right. You know, all of them, they're involved in a business, all right. All right. So basically, what he was saying is that the education system is make a dishonest person. All right. That's what he was saying, but he didn't know it. All right. It goes on to say, and things wherewith one may edify another. All right. So ultimately, we're supposed to be following after this truth. All right. Things that edify one another. No. Notice to say edify one another and not educate. All right. Let me go into the definition for edify. It says building up, metaphorically edifying, edification, the act of one who promotes another growth. Alright. Alright, but yeah, basically it says building up. Alright. You go down to the Strongs, it says of a compound of G3624 and the base of G1430. Architecture, that is concretely a structure, figuratively confirmation, building up, edifying or edification. All right, and notice, right, you know, this is not, you know, Esau didn't say, oh, this is the edification system. It's a education or educational system. All right, and those words carry two different definitions. All right, two vastly different definition. You know, so with the, hopefully this was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Mekakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutation to the awfully elect that's pushing this word in the four corners, highways and byways. Once again, all praises, glory, and honor is due to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Mekakadash. So shalom.